Hello and welcome to Odd One Out. We have 6 people here today who all say that they are DCU students, but one of them is lying. The aim of the game is to figure out who it is. Can you figure it out?
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm a second year engineering student in DCU.
Hi, my name is Callum and I'm a DCU student.
Hi, my name is Gayatri and I'm a DCU student.
Hi, I'm Dermot. I'm a DCU student.
Hi, I'm Morna and I'm a DCU student.
Hi, I'm James and I'm a DCU student.
You stood up there.
I'm rich, keep me on.
Okay, starting now.
We should probably introduce ourselves then, first of all. So should we start this way then?
Yeah, my name's Luke. I'm an engineering student, second year in DCU.
My name is Callum. I'm a first year business student in DCU.
My name's Gayatri. I'm a first year law student in DCU.
My name is James. I'm a first year multimedia student in DCU.
My name's Morna. I'm a first year science student in DCU.
My name is Dermot. I'm a first year data science student in DCU.
Question for a group, what's the code of the science building?
Science. It's the far one there, was the library.
The Marconi.
No, it's the...
It's the X.
X
files.
Lonsdale.
Oh yeah.
Right, so you're safe, you said X.
So we need to figure out. I forgot everyone's names. I remember James and was it Moira?
Morna.
Morna.
Yeah.
Luke. No.
Callum.
We
Luke
go
Callum.
Time's up.
Oh.
Time's up.
Oh shit.
Like,
I voted for Luke this round just because I thought he was a little bit too confident.
yeah, so in the first round I thought it was James just because he wasn't really talking that much.
I felt like she was quiet in the first round, but again, it was only 1 minute, so I wasn't sure what to do.
She came late, so we just thought she had to travel from somewhere else.
The reason I voted for Dermot is because I felt like he was very into it. It seemed like he might have had something to learn beforehand, and he really learned it, and he came in and was like, yeah, I know this stuff.
I voted for Luke. Not because of anything particularly. I kind of had this vibe or this sense that maybe he didn't go here. Most of the other students were first years, and he said he was in second year, which I thought was kind of odd.
Them? Are you serious?
Who can play?
It's all like
Someone in the middle should do it. So
I actually can't wait.
It's all 20 cents for the bus because I only got my lead card here.
Heads.
Your
Your
head.
head.
I can't.
So Gayatri, you're out.
In the first round I was picked as one of the 2 people that might be going out, and obviously I didn't want to vote for myself, so we went to a coin toss and I ended up staying in.
I think I was voted out first because I was actually slightly late to this interview, so they probably thought that I was a different student coming from a different college.
So 5 minutes start now.
Luke,
Yeah.
have you been to the library?
Yeah, I was there like an hour ago.
Okay. If you're in it and you're walking into it, which side is the men's toilets on?
When you're coming into the library,
When you're going into
on
it.
the left and you go down the stairs.
Yeah.
He's correct.
And is there anything,
A bit louder.
Callum, is there anything underneath the library?
Yeah, there's the cafe underneath. I only found out about the cafe like a couple weeks in.
I'm in
was
second
so
year, I found
surprised.
out about it this year.
Yeah, I was like, what's the
I
little
genuinely
hole?
didn't know until now.
So Luke, if you're an engineering student, what was the name of the group that did that engineering trip last year? That they went up meeting Elon Musk.
Oh, the Airloop people?
Yeah.
Morning. When you go to the U building,
Yeah.
where is the venue when you go in?
What do you mean venue?
The venue, like the place.
Big room they do all the.
Oh,
like-
the big one with the colours, the coloured seats and all that.
No,
No,
that's
no,
the
that's the-
amphitheater.
Is the what theatre?
The
The amphitheater. That's what you call those rooms. That's the word for
colour
it.
for seats.
like the
It's
venue.
where they do all like the gigs and open mics and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
There was that thing on the other day, the frag boxing.
Didn't work out that. It's, I don't know, I don't know where it is.
Very
Oh.
suspicious. How many floors is there to the U?
3?
She's no clue.
What societies do you have?
I'm in MPS, and that's how I've been brought through my connections here. I'm in D&D. I'm first what's the first year rep for the Tea Society.
Okay.
That's a new one.
The Tea Society.
The Tea Society.
What do you do in the tea
We
society?
drink tea.
You know,
I
me and
don't.
my friends tried to set that up last year. They
Time.
wouldn't let us.
Just got shut down the year
Yeah.
before.
Come on, everyone.
For this round, I voted for Morna. She totally slipped up on the venue, which was a big one.
And when I asked her how many floors the U was, she said 3 with like 18 question marks at the end. And it felt like complete guess.
Voted for Luke in the second round as well, just because he had a little bit of confidence. But competition, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
wanted him out.
I voted for Dermot because he seemed really into it, and that's why he seemed very enthusiastic, overly enthusiastic, you could say. It seems suspicious.
Second round, I voted for Morna, just because she didn't know where one of the big things in the U was.
Morna, sorry, but you're out.
Oh.
I felt like it was kind of coming though, to be fair, because I didn't know where the view was. Like, okay.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Sure. Okay, and starting now. Now.
You've somehow created a nice boys club
You're
here.
a second year engineer.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone who's in Rock Climbing Club?
Yeah, I don't know whether it's rock climbing or caving, but that they do. It's one of the two.
Rock climbing, yeah.
His name's Simon or
Simon.
SYZ.
SYZ, yeah.
Yeah. I
Simon.
know him. I didn't
Yeah.
know whether it was rock climber or caving.
Yeah, he's in rock climbing as well.
Do you know rock climbing? Do
Yeah, I do rock climbing. I'm in 6 clubs, so rock climbing, philosophy, psychology, chess, red brick, and film.
you? Nice.
If you're in the psychology, the psychology one, sorry. What was the psychologist on the poster for like the first?
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. Yeah.
That was actually philosophy.
Philosophy.
Mm.
Sorry.
James, what side is he on?
Yeah, I'm in the DJ Society, the Photo Soc. I joined a lot of other ones, such as the Film Soc, MPS, and the Yoga Society, but I didn't get time to go to any of them, so that's £4 down the drain there.
Yeah, that's what I done first year. I done about 20 societies. I maybe took part in 3 of them.
Yeah.
Are any of you in DCU gym?
Yes.
No.
What gate do you go in to get in?
If you're walking from the new bar, you won't in the right.
Yeah. Yeah, but what section of the right do you go in? It's like 3 sections.
Yes. So on the left there's in, and then there's out, and then there's the wheelchair.
Yeah, go.
How many floors is there in Hams?
There's 3, and it's house 5.
There's
Okay.
3 rows of houses, but there is a 4th floor. That's just for something
Yeah,
else.
yeah, but you actually can't get up. You have to go to the corner house for that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird looking.
Yeah.
How much do goujons cost in Newber?
5.
I have not
Yeah,
bought
yeah,
Goujons
fiver.
yet. And you do
Now
it.
what?
You haven't bought
I haven't
goujons yet?
bought
Haven't
to
bought
be
goujons
honest.
yet.
What's wrong with you? You're not living the full DCU experience.
Callum,
Yes.
is Shite Night on a Thursday or a Monday?
It's on a Tuesday. Nice
Yeah.
trick question, and it's called devotion. Okay.
When was it changed to devotion?
I think it's this year, isn't it? It got changed.
Yeah.
That's why all the second years are so
I
angry.
did not
Yeah.
know that.
What is the cider you can get in Newber?
Just
Yeah.
Larry's.
Cheapest.
And
It's the worst.
how many do you have to buy to pay by card?
What is the minimum for card?
Fiver.
In Lundis, what's the name of the pizzas?
Hang on, what do you call the shop?
London.
Lundis, yeah.
Londis.
Oh, sorry.
Get away.
In Longford we call it
He's not in
Lundis.
DCU.
James, if you are multimedia, how long is your course? How many years?
3.
3.
How long is you again?
I do business. It's a
The business?
4-year course, but 3rd year is all work placement.
Oh, very
All
good.
work placement or half work placement?
All work placement.
Yeah.
What's the name of that building? The big circle one close to the helix.
Terrace
The
Garden.
gym. Yeah.
I
I'm
feel like-
almost happy that
I'm pretty sure.
we are all
yeah.
the DCU students.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm not
There's a
happy.
lot of. There's a lot of.
You're not happy,
Wait.
oh.
I don't think I am.
Why
either.
you thought because
I
I
don't
brought
think
it
I'm
up,
happy.
you're gonna vote out?
I'm actually not happy, I know.
Oh,
I'm not happy either.
Can everyone put their hands up if they would like to continue the game?
That's it. We're all continuing
For the
now.
crack.
We're all out for the blood.
We'll continue game and we will start a new round. Starting now.
James, there's a place in the U called the SU Help Desk. Do you know what that is?
On my second floor, is it?
Whereabouts on the second floor?
If you go up
think
the
you mean the
stairs,
first
it's on
one.
the left. Is it?
What stairs you go? What stairs are you talking about?
Stairs at the back, isn't it?
So not the colourful ones, the other ones?
No, the other ones, yeah. Well, you can go up the colourful ones. But if you were to go to the back by New Bar, on the stairs
It's on the left. Good.
Where is the best place? Where's the place where you, the water fountain, where you get cold water in school?
Cold water.
Like you have the option for cold water or room temp water.
Oh, in the science building, you've got the two buttons, blood lockers.
I'm unaware of this one. I'm thinking of a different one.
Oh no, there's one in there as well.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the one in the nursing building beside the cafe there, or the
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
little shop there.
Oh, there's one in the science building as well. I don't think the normal one works though. I think it's only the code. I thought I'd catch the person out straight away by
Yeah.
what's the code of all these buildings,
Mm.
but everyone knows the codes for all the buildings.
Yeah,
for some reason.
yeah.
That'd be the first thing you'd learn if you were
Yeah.
trying to.
Oh, the clubs and societies fair. Where was it on?
Oh,
Where, like where?
The location of it. Not, don't say DCU.
Who are you asking specifically?
building
You
you
want
want.
to answer?
Dermot.
Sports hall.
What is the name of a single person on the student union? Just one of them.
Union.
Just one of them. There's so many.
Wait, would that be like people who are like kind of like I say?
Not people in the student union. Because who's even the president of the student union?
Who's president of college?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Never mind. Who's president of the college?
Brian McGrath.
What was the thing they announced about DCU this year that was like the big corporate selling point? I don't know, is this something they only told the business people? That's a big thing, yeah. I suppose I think I was told and Dick Hart on about was that it's the 19th most employable university in the
Okay.
world now.
How many years old is DCU this year?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's 40 something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Yeah. I thought it was just 40, but
It might be just
Yeah.
40 now. They would be a big celebration if it was turning 40.
yeah, that's fair.
It might be
yeah.
approaching or just past.
Yeah.
What the new building they're building, where are they building it, and what is it going to be for?
Oh, what's it called?
The
I
new
don't know what
building
it's
they're
called.
building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they work on the canteen roof.
No, they're not. They're not putting a building on the canteen.
It's a little bigger than that.
It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be huge. I'm not gonna be.
It's
able to
gonna be
do
like
it.
you.
Yeah.
There's definitely egg on your face for not knowing this one.
I don't know.
Does anyone else? Do you?
Yeah, it's called Future Tech, and
Yeah.
it's going to be at the front near the vertical holes.
Yeah.
Time's
all
up.
reconstruction
Time's
site
up.
over there. Yeah.
Time's up, everyone.
James was being a bit quieter and wasn't really being forthcoming about questions. It was only if he was asked specific questions that he'd answer.
And I voted for James because he was the quietest the entire time, and the other lads had proven that they were here. They knew about DCU, they knew enough, but I was a little bit unsure about James because he was a bit quieter.
So the person who got voted out is James.
Oh no.
Goodbye, James.
I can speak to it.
I felt unsurprised when I was voted off because I knew I was being very quiet, so I thought that might have caused suspicion among the other contenders.
Actually,
Hi.
no, because they're all talking about how quiet you are.
Who? Them? Are you serious? Put this in. I'm calling them out, man. Seriously. Right.
Can we have a raise of hands who would like to continue the game? Okay, so you're happy that everyone's out? Can them all please stand up? You guys know it was her?
So when we were asking more direct questions, and she didn't know the answer.
Yeah, the venue that tripped you up.
I don't.
No, I do laugh.
I think it was funny though because it was 50-50 at the start, but then you stayed all the way to the end.
Yeah.
You won the trust eventually.
That's why I was suspicious of Dermot. I was like, really into it. Like, I was like, he's so into it. I was like, God damn. Like,
When I was lying, I tried to like speak, but not too much, because if you're really quiet, they're gonna vote you out straight away. Like, but then if you're speaking way too much, they're gonna vote you out because it's making you confident. So I was trying to like get a perfect balance.
I feel like in the first round, since it's only 1 minute, people choose one person and kind of attack them, and they're usually voted out. So for Gayatri, we just felt like we had suspicions, and she was unlucky.
I thought it was really interesting because I didn't really prepare enough about this. How people had specific things immediately, like I think it was Dermot asked what side is the boys' toilets in the library and stuff, or the numbers of the rooms. I was going to talk about like more the culture, the social thing, like what societies go to and all that kind of thing.
I found the game really interesting because it showed how people lie or how people try to identify liars. It was interesting how people asked such obscure questions trying to catch like who was the mole in this group. So it kind of shows people's thought processes and how they try to cover themselves up.
I feel like this game teaches us that like you judge people really quickly. Like if someone's quiet, they're gonna vote them out, or if someone's too outspoken, they're gonna vote them out, or if someone is like just like a shy and awkward person, you're gonna get voted out. So if you're not like a certain kind of person, then they're gonna vote you out. Like even James in the later rounds, and I got kicked out. He was like a little bit quiet, and they had some reservations about him. So
when I was in a tiebreaker at the start, I was a bit taken back because I know myself I was a DCU student. I was kind of like, how don't they believe I'm a DCU student? But then as the round went on, I could easily see how someone could think you're not a DCU student, especially if they don't know you or they don't know the course you're doing, or if you've no mutual friends to go off anything.
So, sorry, did I ask you how you felt or why you think they voted you out?
How I felt. Yeah, how I felt.
Okay. So why did you think they voted you out?
I think they voted me out because it might have seemed like I was trying to hide something.
For seeing how people lie, I'm not really sure. There's lots of tells, but there's nothing certain. Like you could be doing one thing and overcompensating on it, or you could be doing the exact opposite. But it just depends on each person.
So the reason I thought Morna would have been lying is because she might have started speaking a bit confidently, but as it kind of came out that she didn't know that much about what she was saying, she kind of went very red, and seemed like she just wanted to kind of someone else to start talking.
I think we choose who the liar is based on, just like body language and like how they're acting, less about what they're genuinely saying. I feel like that's why James was voted out and Gayatri was voted out, because they were a bit quieter and you were a bit unsure. But then like when it came down to the facts and we got Morna out and she was the mole all along, that was the facts. So sometimes we need to overlook what we're thinking and go straight to the facts.
Sometimes I feel when you're lying you try to act overly confident. I feel like you might try to give too much information, and that might to kind of hide that you don't know anything really,
I am actually a UCD student. I am studying modern languages, so I'm doing Spanish and Italian.